Let's take a look at your LT3 assignment here. The first question, don't forget your name. Can't give you credit if you don't put your name on it. Now on question number 2, we want to write an equation. 14 less than, so that means I'm going to subtract 14 from something. 3/4 of a number, so I'm going to say 3/4 x, and that equals to -8. So that's the first part of this question, is I want you to give me the equation. Now let's solve that equation. Anytime I have a fraction, I like to clear my fraction. So I'm going to multiply everything by 4. And the reason I multiply by 4 is to get rid of my fraction. So don't tell me it's 12 or 12 over 4. Just reduce the 4s right away so you get 3x. And then 4 times 14 would be 56. And -8 times 4 would be -32. Now let's add 56 to both sides, because the inverse operation of subtracting is adding. So we get 3x equals, and let me see, a positive and negative we subtract, so 6 minus 2 is 4, and 5 minus 3 is 2. Divide both sides by 3. X will equal to 8. And there's the second part of your answer. You need to show your work. Just writing down the answer will not give you credit. On number 2, I gave you the answer here, but let's go through how you would get that answer. So first off, I'm going to find 4 consecutive integers. So I'm going to define my variables. I'm going to let my first integer be n. My second one, come on you, is going to be in a row, so to be n plus 1. That's where we get n plus 1 in our equation. And then my third one is going to be n plus 2. And my fourth one is going to be n plus 3. That's where we get that from our equations. Now, let's simplify our equation. So I'm actually going to go back up here. I'm going to look and use this equation that I wrote down. And we'll figure out how we get our answer from there. So combine your like terms. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 n's. So we go 4n. And then add up our numbers. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 3 is 6. Equals -142. Sorry about this, and then noise in the background. I'm sitting on my deck doing this, and the garbage cans are coming. So the opposite of adding is subtracting. So then we get 4n equals -148. Divide both sides by 4. And is going to be -37. So my first number, which is n, is -37. Add 1, we get -36. Add another 1, you get -35. And -34. That's where we get the answer from. If we take a look at question number 4, I want to clear my fractions just like I did in number 3. Notice 3 goes into 6. What I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply every term by 6. So I'm going to write this down here. So I'm going to take 6 times 5, 6k. plus 2/3 times 6 equals 4/3 times 6. Notice my 6 is reduced, so I get 5k. 3 goes into 6 2 times. So 2 times 2 is 4. And I'll do the same thing here. 3 goes into 6 2 times. 4 times 2 is 8. If you want to write that 1, because you reduce that 3 again, now you've got an equation that doesn't have any fractions in it. It makes it a lot easier to solve. So I minus 4 from both sides, because the opposite of adding is subtracting. It's a two-step equation now. So we get 5k equals 4. Divide both sides by 5. I wrote 4, but I meant 5. And you get the answer that I told you in the beginning. K equals 4/5. We'll do the same thing on the next one, except notice 4 doesn't go into 7, does it? So I look at what, nothing goes into it. So 7 times 4 is 28, and 2 goes into 28. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply everything by 28 this time. So I'm going to go 28 times negative 3/7 equals 28 times 3/4 minus 28 times b over 2. Well, 7 goes into 28 4 times. 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. 4 goes into 28 7 times. 7 times 3 is 21. Minus 2 goes into 28 14 times, so minus 14b. Now I want to get the b by itself, so I'm going to move the 21. The opposite of 21 is negative 21. And hopefully you can see where this is going from the answer at this point. So you get negative 33 equals negative 14b. I'm going to divide both sides by negative 14. A negative divided by a negative is a positive, so b is 33 over 14. And there you have it.